Hi, recently I got a query from a friend that he was trying to use ACF repeater field within a shortcode, and that shortcode was being used in a widget for footer footers related footer area related sidebar, and he was doing something like this, add shortcode and like this, and this was working fine as have row SCF have rows, and he informed me that everything is working fine like this way except on archive, I mean taxonomy related pages, archive related pages. And he also provided me this URL where the same issue was reported, that people were trying to achieve the same thing, that if have rows repeater field and then maybe subfields, but the same thing is working everywhere except the archive pages. And one of them figured out that it is having some problem with the WP downloads WP download manager, but he could not solve it except just reporting this. And I mean, he was thinking that there is some problem with the plugin, so it's just a conflict. Although that's not the case. This problem was there even if you're not using WP Download Manager. Like, you can read this one. Options does not show up on category page. Category page is another archive page, obviously. Having same problem except on tag PHP and archive and category PHP. So the problem was with WP query. So in fact, I wanna discuss about WP query here. It is being common practice among the user, I mean in WordPress developers who maybe recently moved to WordPress, or maybe they are having some habit to write some custom query. They try to use main query. I mean, I always call WP query as a main query. They always try to use this instead of get posts. I always prefer to use get post for posts, get users for users. But WP query means that you are using a main query, and if you are not resetting the data after using this query, it can be a problem for other plugins or other script which are also using WP query. The same thing happened here with ACF repeater field. They are using WP query somewhere, and on basis of that main query, it is calling have rows and the row function, and then iteration. So how did I manage to to resolve the issue? I used the hook init, right? And in init, I just use a global variable which uh, initially defined outside the function, and then using get field name for the repeater field, it will retrieve the results here in this variable, and then you can use this variable inside any function, or maybe in footer area directly in files with for each instead of while. The only difference is that you were using while and have rows, etc. Here you need to use variable, global variable as an array. Further, all those fields which were there in repeater fields are available here. That's it. In fact, this is not about only ACF or repeater field thing. It is all about the WP query usage, that we should not try to use WP query uselessly unless we really need it. We should use the other helper functions which are provided by the WordPress. Those functions are better to use instead of main query, because by using main query you are taking more responsibility, that you will be managing everything correctly and you will be not interrupting other scripts, because it can be a problem once you are using WP query and then you are not resetting the data. So I hope this thread will be linked to my video, and users will get some help from this video. I will try to write about this too. Thank you so much.